So what's up? I got some vibe coding success tonight, man. I came up with this idea about a year or two ago. About a year ago. Well, it's been done by at least one other person. But I had a kind of different take on it. It's called an infinite wiki, which you're familiar with Wikipedia. But I had this idea like I'm starting from nothing. I want a wiki where I'm starting from nothing. I need to generate a knowledge base from zero. From zero, man. And finally, I got started on stuff like Claude. Maybe some other stuff was happening about a year ago where it wasn't quite worked out. It wasn't quite worked out. So let's see here. Let's just open up my vibe coding project and we'll see what happens. It's called the Infinite Wiki. It's the living encyclopedia that synthesizes knowledge on demand from your raw unstructured data. And that's the main thing. You can go here to the knowledge base and paste in raw text for ingestion. So I haven't tried that yet. But up here in the search bar, if you wanted to look up like general stuff, like Dungeons and Dragons, let's see what happens. What the hell? Fried chicken. What happens? What happens? Is it gonna hang up? It generated the article under games. Oh, there's a feature here where you can generate a cover illustration with Nano Banana. So let's see what happens. There we go. It can be edited. And it's going to summarize it as a fantasy tabletop role-playing game. There's some mechanics. Super duper nice. But this is generated on the fly. So it takes a little while. There's within each article there are cross-referencing links. So the way these cross-referencing links are supposed to work is you can just click on one and it'll either generate the article on the fly or reference the previously created article. It saves those articles that have already been created. And this is just general stuff. Try one more. I'm gonna look around real quickly on while that's happening for some unstructured text. Oh. Okay. While that's generating, it does take some time because, like I said, it is on the fly. I'm copying some notes I took. Let's get a little thing. Sorry about that. Sorry about that minor interruption there. Okay. Seems like I might have crashed. I don't know what happened. I might have crashed. Preview. Let's try to reload it. Wargaming is back, so it did have to reload. Let's see if Banana is gonna work now. So like I said, while I was trying to, and it crashed. So it could be that Nano Banana does not want to render that image. I'm gonna go back to here. I now have some articles like Wargaming, Dungeons and Dragons. Because Dungeons and Dragons. I have stuff standard model. It did crash on the Wargaming generated cover image. So we're gonna go in to knowledge base, and I'm gonna see if I can paste some unstructured text, and it did ingest the data. Okay, so we'll close that. All right, and I'm going to type in dice mechanics. It says consulting the infinite knowledge pool. Dice mechanics. Dice mechanics refer to the mathematical so I don't know. Let's just try to generate a cover image real quick. And it looks like it's wanting to crap out on generate cover images. So, interestingly, try this. Oh, you can edit it? You can edit. Let's try to generate an article on randomness. Oh. Cool. So I'm gonna say, so generate an article on 2 dice from my knowledge base. See what happens. See what happens. Mechanics and probability of 2 dice system. I may try to go in real quickly and see if I have like a markdown file that I can paste in. So So I tried to generate an ebook the other day, and it saved in Markdown. It's going to ingest it. So generate an article on my critique of sliced bread from the knowledge base. So what happens when we ingest Markdown? What happens? And it did indeed recognize what was in the knowledge base, a systems critique of sliced bread. I'll see if it'll generate a cover from Nano Banana. That may be an issue. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of an issue to generate covers now. So this is cool because, like I said, I tried to write an ebook the other day with ChatGPT, and it was called A Systems Critique of Sliced Bread. That's going to summarize it. A philosophical and structural analysis of sliced bread, treated not as a foodstuff, but as a technological system. As a critique, the convenience assumption, bread as a system and interface, leads to a reduction of agency, optimization and shelf life, skill atrophy. Interestingly, we can generate wiki pages on the fly. And in related topics might be systems thinking. As you can see, when we went full screen on the left, we now have a library. So the idea was to generate a knowledge base from pretty much nothing. Systems thinking, holistic approach. Let's see here. Do I have anything else? Maybe some Markdown. Maybe some Markdown. I'm gonna upload something to the knowledge base real quickly. It's gonna ingest real quickly. I'll say generate an article on high Fantasia from the knowledge base. One more, and it does look like the cover generation is causing it to crash, and that's a bug. The downside to this is that if you wanted to deploy it, it's going to cost money. Not to me, but if you wanted to deploy it on the cloud, it would cost money, and it would cost a lot of money. Let's see here. It would cost a lot of money. So I was working on a tabletop RPG, High Fantasia's tabletop role-playing system and narrative system created by Brennan B. Cool. There's some other features that I would like to add. When I was experimenting with ChatGPT, I came up with the idea called a text substrate, which is like viewing text through a highly specialized mind. Highly specialized mind. And that's one that the word substrate, I don't think it's enough. Text substrate wouldn't be enough. So wouldn't be enough to really describe what I want to do. So all these articles could be on the fly reinterpreted through like a different cortex. A cinderglass behemoth is a legendary elemental creature originating from the High Fantasia tabletop. That is fucking cool. That is fucking cool. Like I said, I came up with this about a year ago. I don't think Vibecoding was ready or something. I don't know. I might leave full screen and I'm gonna say it looks like image generation with Nano Banana is causing the app to crash, and we'll see what happens if it can repair it. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see here. It looks like image generation with Nano Banana is causing the app to crash. So we're going to go back in. The library, unfortunately, is now empty. So, updates, we're going to ingest. So, generate an article from the knowledge base on High Fantasia. I don't want to add too much. I don't want to push it too hard. Let's see if it now works. I may just not have enough space to do a lot of images. That's kind of cool. Go full screen. Archivist. Let's see. An archivist is cool. So I'll click the link in the High Fantasia article. Knowledge of the world is curated by a figure known as the archivist. So we now have an article. And it says an archivist is a professional responsible for the identification, preservation, and management of records in Specifically, when high Fantasia setting, the archivist serves as a vital chronicler of history. You got the general role and function, and then the archivist in high Fantasia. As now I'm going to talk about the 13th Bell, which is a faction within the game. Sorry, my microphone, the whole thing doesn't work. And I might go in and look in for some more markdown. I was trying to talk about grand unified field theory. Let's see if it's going to do it. Because I was thinking I was running out of space for image generation. Yeah, I think I'm running out of space on the demo. That's what's happening. 13th Bell is a clandestine faction within High Fantasia. So I'm going to go in and to my knowledge base. It's just pasting markdown for ingestion. Write an article from the knowledge base on Guft. Guft, Grand Unified Field Theory. The Grand Unified Field Theory, as codified in Gold Pilgrim Framework, represents a metaphysical simulation engine designed to cover a symbolic world. Unlike traditional physics, which focuses on mass and matter, Guft operates on a system of symbols, intention, and recursive interpretation. There's a historical context, symbolic field of physics. Oh my gosh. One thing is, I don't know. That, like I said, it's kind of in demo mode. You can lose your articles. It does not want to generate too many images, or it'll crash. So I'm gonna see about I can actually download the app. And I'm gonna ask it, can you store all created articles in a database in case the app crashes? Need a way to rebuild the wiki from the database in case of a crash. Will it blend? Will it break? Let's see what happens. Oh, it made a whole bunch of key updates. It is now DB backed. So let's save that, let's download it. It is now DB backed. There's some auto recovery, there's infinite scaling. So it did, it did. I'll just rebuild from DB button. So I don't think I should touch it again. Let's talk about. Let's just try to put it in there. Every time I do that, it's gonna destroy the articles. So that's kind of frustrating. Okay. Let's see here. Going to knowledge base. Generate article from knowledge base on the shard weight directive. It looks like it's generating more cover images now. Crazy. I want to make it infinite. I want the ability to expand articles on the same screen. This may destroy my articles again. This may destroy my articles again. An internal error occurred. What happens? Yeah. What happens? That did not work. That did not work. Oh, let's go back. Okay, it's doing something about multi panes. I don't want multi panes. I just want to uh, like expand the article downward. I broke it. 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 So. It says infinite scroll. I thought that was kind of cool. Hmm. Anyway, peace out.